Hi, I'm Helen from Heritage Garden Seeds, and today I'm going to show you how to sow your lovage seeds. So lovage is a perennial herb and it's got a really intense celery-like flavour, and because it's perennial that means that we sow it once and it's going to come back year after year. So you can sow your lovage seeds from spring right through to around early to midsummer. I'm going to sow mine in modules under cover just because I find that easier to keep an eye on the seedlings as they're young, but you can also direct sow if you prefer. So I've just filled up my little module tray with compost, and I'm just going to make a little dimple into each cell. And then I'm just going to sow a couple of seeds per module. And then just lightly cover those with a thin layer of compost. And give them a light water. So I'm going to place my module tray into the greenhouse at home while the seeds germinate, and once they've germinated I'm going to thin those out so that I just keep the strongest seedling. And then my modules are quite a decent size, as you can see, so I'm going to grow my lovage seedlings on in these modules until they're larger, and then once they're large enough to handle I will transplant them into the ground into their final growing positions. So as I said before, lovage is a perennial herb. It can actually grow into quite a large plant over time. So once you do plant your young plants into the ground, you want to make sure you're giving them plenty of space to grow. So I would recommend planting them about 60 centimetres apart. And that really is all there is to it. So obviously you want to keep your young plants well watered as they are establishing. And you want to make sure that you're cutting the young leaves regularly, and that will just encourage further production. Once the plant is fully established, then you can harvest the leaves as necessary. And you want to make sure that you're picking those leaves from the outside first, and that will just encourage growth from the centre of the plant. And for the absolute best flavour, you want to make sure that you're picking those leaves before the plant flowers. Your lovage plant will die back in the autumn, so don't panic if you see that happening. That is part of its natural growth cycle, and because it's perennial, it's just going to come back again in the spring. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, but if you do have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to me. The best place is always on Instagram, but the Instagram handle is @heritagegardenseeds, or you can get me on email. The email address is hello@heritagegardenseeds.com.